I stared out the airplane window, gulping back tears as I watched my whole life disappear. And yeah, I'm gonna continue ignoring the woman tapping my shoulder nonstop. She's not a stranger, unfortunately. She's my mom. And I already knew she was just gonna say that I was being dramatic, that I should be grateful for her new job, and that moving from New York to London was some grand opportunity. Little did I know, our new house had a secret buried deep within its walls, one that would change everything. But I just left my house, my school, my friends, and the love of my life, John, behind. Okay, maybe love of my life was a bit much, but John was one of the most popular guys in school, and I'd bent over backwards to get his attention. Now, when we were finally together and going to the prom as the it couple, my mom had decided to uproot my life. We were staying in my mom's ancestral house, which was massive and creepy. The walls were lined with ancient paintings, tall ceilings, and a grand staircase that probably led to hell.
This place could use a renovation, but it's not so bad.
It looks like the kind of house where people hear whispers in the middle of the night and wake up possessed. But you know what? I'll just go live in the attic. If I have to suffer in this house, in this city, in this life, then let me suffer properly. Who even cares about me anyway?
Suit yourself, Cinderella. Don't come crying to me when the rats start fighting for bed space.
The attic was dusty and dark, and I felt proud of my dramatic choice. But then, in the middle of the night, I woke up to a skittering noise, and then something brushed against my arm. I sprang out of bed, landing straight onto the loose floorboard. It snapped under me, and I looked down to see a hidden compartment. Inside were stacks of old diaries, and on the first page was a name, Evelyn. I sat down and started reading, and just like that, everything changed again.
Oh, for heaven's sake, if I must lay eyes on that insufferable buffoon Tristan one more time, I do believe my brain shall simply explode. My apologies. I'm not always in such a mood. There are days when I feel quite good about myself, when my skin glows, when my curls behave, and when my corset isn't trying to squeeze the life out of me. But lately, things haven't been so good, all because of Lord Tristan. My father wants me to marry him, because he's rich and apparently lord of some overly important kingdom that will somehow benefit the crown. And while everyone thinks that I'm the luckiest girl in the world, I feel nauseous. Not because I hate Tristan. He's handsome, well-mannered, kind, etc., etc. But for some reason, he gives me the ick. Like sometimes when he's talking, I get this overwhelming urge to throw myself into the nearest lake. And it doesn't help that his best friend, the captain of Tristan's palace guard, Leopold, is a narcissistic pig, and always around him. Tristan, can we please move inside? It's approximately the temperature of hell out here.
Oh, Evelyn, you mustn't let a little heat ruin this beautiful morning. The sun is shining, the birds are singing, and look at this exquisite spread before us.
You know, I've seen noble women walk around in this weather wrapped in 50 pounds of lace. Perhaps you should try training in full armor at noon. It builds character.
Perhaps you should try swimming with rocks tied to your feet.
Oh, you two always have such wonderful banter. It warms my heart. Oh my God!
What happened?
What a gorgeous red apple, the finest I've ever seen. Oh, Evelyn, I am overjoyed to think that I shall get to enjoy such pleasures for the rest of my life.
Ugh, I wanted to pull my hair out. It wasn't Tristan's fault, honestly. He genuinely liked me, and I wanted to like him too. That's why I arranged a grand ball to properly introduce him to the members of the court. But the more everyone told us how perfect we looked together, the more suffocated I felt. By dinner, I decided to escape and retire to my chambers. I just slipped out of my gown when my maid Rosie entered.
You should not have left the ball like that, Princess. Your father is very angry.
Well, so am I. But what does that matter to him? I am nothing more than a precious jewel to be set in the crown of his perfect alliance.
What did Lord Tristan do now?
That's the problem, Rosie. He doesn't do anything. I once said the moon was made of cheese, and he said, well, if the princess believes it, perhaps there is more to the moon than we know.
That is quite sweet, actually.
No, it's maddening. I want someone who challenges me when I say something ridiculous. I want to feel some kind of emotion. Anger, pain, love, happiness, anything. Because right now, all I feel is looming dread. Honestly, I wish there was something that could make me fall in love with Tristan. Maybe if the heavens themselves descended and blessed me with eternal devotion. Or if I could just gulp down a love potion. But since I can't, I just have to accept that this is my destiny, to marry that cringe-worthy man. I think I need to rest. Rosie nodded and left. But the next morning, I saw her standing by my bedside, holding a tiny glass vial. What's that?
A love potion. You said you'd do anything to fall in love with Tristan for the sake of your family, right?
Yes, but I was just being dramatic.
Well, I took you seriously and found a very strange gypsy in a shady part of town who sold me this. One sip, and the first person you lay eyes on will be the love of your life.
Really? This was probably just flavored water or some other cheap trick. I wasn't really sure how I felt about taking it. So I put the vial in my bag and got dressed for the stables. Something about being around the horses always calmed me down. But then I met Tristan there, and I was back to square one. If there was even the slightest chance the love potion could make me feel differently about him, it was worth a try. I went back to my chambers and looked for it in my bag, but I couldn't find it. Rosie and I looked everywhere in my room, and I went back to the stables, but it wasn't there either. I was just leaving when I saw Leopold passed out on a log near the water trough. If you didn't make it your life's mission to annoy me every chance you get, you're not actually that bad looking. Just then, this fly landed on his nose, and I waved my hand to shoo it away, but it wouldn't budge. So I waved a little harder, and accidentally slapped Leopold straight across the face.
Good God! Oh, what are you doing?
I was making sure you weren't dead.
Obviously not. Oh, I just have a splitting headache. And wait, did you do something to your face?
Define something.
I don't know. Did you eat a light bulb or something? You look exceptionally radiant.
What? Is this one of your stupid jokes that I just don't get?
Maybe it's the hair then. Did you polish it? It's shining like the sun or the moon on a clear night. This is unsettling. What's wrong with you?
What's wrong with me? Maybe the heat has fried your brain. You need a physician.
No, I'm fine. It's just that you're, fine. I mean, I'm fine. We're fine.
And then he simply got up and left. That was weird. But I had more pressing concerns, since the vial was still missing. I had looked everywhere I could, and by the end of the day, I accepted defeat and prayed to the Lord that no one drank it. I was so frustrated with myself for losing it, though, that the next morning, when Father suggested we take Tristan through the royal treasury, I could barely focus on what he was saying.
This is truly remarkable. The craftsmanship, the history. It's no wonder your kingdom has stood strong for generations. And this must be the celestial crest. I've heard tales of it before, but seeing it in person, it's extraordinary. Tell me, is the legend true? Does it really hold the power to make its bearer invisible in war?
I've heard so.
Magnificent! Imagine having power so absolute, no army could ever stand against you.
You sound remarkably impressed, Tristan. Perhaps you'd like to marry the crest instead.
Oh, Evelyn, your humor truly makes my day. You know the only treasure I truly desire is you.
I wanted to hurl, but instead, I continued walking. Suddenly, I tripped over the hem of my dress and went flying forward, but Leopold caught me just in time.
Oh, watch where you're going, for heaven's sake. You'd get hurt.
I'm fine, relax. And since when did you start fussing over me?
I'm not fussing, but you're marrying my best friend, and I'd rather he didn't have to take wedding photos with a wife missing teeth. Anyway, I think it's best you two continue. I have duties that need immediate attention.
I didn't see Leopold the whole day, but then in the evening, I was in the wine cellar searching for my father's favorite bottle when he walked in. The moment he saw me, he turned to leave, but the door got stuck.
What is wrong with this door?
Nothing, except it opens from the outside. You shouldn't have closed it when you walked in.
How was I supposed to know that? Hello? Can anyone hear me? I'm stuck here!
Good God, Leopold, would you calm down? Rosie knows I'm here, and it's only a matter of time till she comes looking for me.
Well, obviously we don't know how long that would be, and I can't spend another second here with you.
Excuse me, I didn't know my company was that terrible.
I don't mean to be rude, it's just that I can't be around your smell.
That is rude. You're basically saying I have a bad smell?
No, it's like lavender or roses. I'm not sure. I just mean that your scent is just intoxicating.
It is lavender, and it's not toxic.
Intoxicating and toxic are not the same thing. Have you ever tried this thing called reading?
Wow, you really know how to talk to a lady. No wonder you have so many suitors lined up for you.
I'm sorry. I don't know what I'm saying. I feel sick. My heart's racing, my stomach's in knots. You know, I felt the same way whenever I sat next to Princess Amara at banquets. I really hated her. I think that feeling is called loathing.
Sounds more like infatuation. Just then, Rosie opened the door, and Leopold pushed past her and ran off. Leopold's behavior just got stranger over the next couple of days. If I entered the room, he'd make some stupid excuse and run away. If we crossed paths, he'd scrunch his face like I'd rolled in garbage. And if I tried talking to him, his lips would snap shut tighter than a clam. So one evening, when I spotted him in the training grounds, I decided to confront him. We need to talk. Silence. Leopold, I'm talking to you. Nothing. I said I'm talking to you. Look at me.
Oh, Princess. Sorry, didn't see you there.
Stop lying.
I'm not. I'm just minding my own business.
No, you're not. For months, you've been everywhere, hovering like a fly, making sarcastic comments, always finding a way to irritate me. And now suddenly, you can't even look at me? Why?
I don't know what you're talking about.
He started to leave, but I blocked his way.
Could you move aside, please?
Not until you tell me what's wrong.
I can't.
Why not?
Because it's too weird, okay? Every time I look at you, I have these thoughts that make no sense, and God knows I want to talk to you, but I can't without saying something that isn't unimaginably inappropriate. I've never felt this way, and I don't even know why this is happening. I just haven't been feeling well since I drank that thing.
Wait, what thing?
It was this liquid in a small vial that I found in the stables. It had this really strong smell, and I was curious, so I opened it and took a whiff, and then, I don't know, I just drank it.
I froze. Leopold had taken the vial, and not just that, he gulped it down like a fool. And since I was the first person he saw when he opened his eyes, he was in love with me? Oh my God, how stupid are you to drink a random liquid without a second thought? You idiot! It was a love potion for me so I could fall in love with Tristan and save my stupid engagement.
Hold on, you don't love Tristan? I'm shocked.
No, you're not. You probably saw this coming from a mile away. Oh God, this is all my fault. I should have been more careful with that vial. If you hadn't found it, you wouldn't have drunk it. And now, since I'm the first person you saw when you woke up, you think you're in love with me, and Suddenly, Leopold stepped forward and grabbed my face between his hands.
Evelyn, slow down. You need to tell me where you found this potion.
Rosie bought it off some wandering gypsy.
So she might also have an antidote, right?
She could, except we don't know where to find her, because she's wandered off.
So how do we fix this?
Maybe we can wait and see if the effects wear off on their own.
And if they don't, what, I'm just gonna be in love with you forever?
I have no idea. As Leopold and I were still grappling with all this, a dozen royal guards suddenly walked in and seized him. What do you think you're doing?
I'm sorry, but the king's ordered us to arrest him.
Arrest me? On what grounds?
Leopold kept arguing, and I demanded to know more, but the guards just took him to the king, and I followed them shortly after.
This morning, our celestial crest was taken from our chambers, and we have all reasons to believe that the thief is Lord Tristan.
What? That's absurd. Tristan would never do such a thing.
Yes, Father, there must be some mistake.
We have a wounded guard who claims that Tristan demanded entry to the treasury. When the guard refused, he struck him unconscious and took the crest. We even found this royal crest bearing Tristan's insignia near the vault.
There can be 1,000 pieces of evidence, and I still wouldn't believe that Tristan is a thief. That man is as honest as the gods above, and I will prove it. I will find him, recover the crest, and bring it back at any cost.
And if you fail?
Then you can have my head for it.
No, let's find another deal.
Fine, you have a week.
The court fell silent as Leopold turned around and left. I really had no clue where the crest was, but I knew that Tristan wasn't the one who stole it. Leopold Leopold was a fierce warrior, but he was emotional and impulsive, and one wrong step could cost us the crest and Leopold's head, so I decided to go with him.
Absolutely not. I don't have time to babysit you while I track down Tristan.
Then don't. I can handle myself. I'm trained in sword fights, I know how to navigate dangerous situations, and I am also very good at dealing with people. Oh my god, is that a spider? Kill it! And Leopold calmly flicked the spider off.
You were saying?
Ugh, please, let me come with you. If I help bring Tristan and the crest back, maybe my father will finally see me as someone who is more than just his young, naive daughter. And maybe he'll listen when I tell him I don't want this engagement. Tristan and I are not meant for each other, Leopold. It's not fair to both of us to go through with this marriage. So if you won't do it for me, do it for him, please.
Don't look at me like that. It does something to my heart and I can't think straight.
So that means I'm coming.
Yes, okay, fine. But if you slow me down, I will leave you behind.
Funny, I was going to say the exact same thing to you. The moment Leopold agreed, I rushed off to pack my things. Before leaving, I instructed Rosie to tell everyone I was unwell from the stress and that no one was allowed in my chambers. Leopold and I got on our horses and left for the woods. By mid-afternoon, we finally stopped by a river stream to catch a break. What?
Nothing. Just, I've never seen anyone look this elegant while drinking water.
That's probably just the love potion speaking.
Why can't you just take a compliment and say thank you?
Well, in my defense, you've never really complimented me before.
That's not true. I complimented you when you wore that green dress to the ball.
You said I reminded you of freshly cut spinach.
And everyone knows spinach is good for health. So it was a compliment.
No, it wasn't. A compliment is when you tell a lady how her hair reminds you of silk, or how her eyes shine like the stars.
And how when she smiles, she makes my world spin. I mean, the world in general, not necessarily mine. You get the point.
I get that you're blushing.
Bandits!
Leopold grabbed my arm and pulled me toward the horses, but it was too late. We were already surrounded. He reached for his sword, but I stopped him. We don't fight them. We're outnumbered.
You think I don't see that?
Just trust me and follow my lead. Oh, saints be good. You fine gentlemen found us just in time.
Fine, gentlemen. We're bandits. Hand over whatever you've got or we'll take it by force.
Why? We's just two poor, desperate lovers running from a cruel fight. Worked for a slave master, we did. Scrubbing his flows, polishing his boots, breaking our backs for nothing. So we ran, took his horses, a bit of gold and all. I elbowed Leopold. Thankfully, he caught the hint.
'Tis true. I just love me Moonflake so much. She made a thief out of me, you know how it is? A man will do anything when he's in love, especially when she looks like a princess that fell straight from heaven. I mean, lass. Like a clumsy lass fell from heaven.
But y'all don't look like no slaves to me. Fine outfits, curls in your hair. That's what ladies wear.
I stole the clothes from the missus too. And what, just 'cause I'm poor, you think I don't deserve to look pretty? Ah, cruel world. I'm poor and you mock me. It feels like someone put a dagger through me heart.
Oh, my darling, don't say that. If anything happens to you, I'll throw myself in the river.
Fine, stop crying. Just give us the golden horses and walk away.
Yours too, but my two tiny feet can't walk no more. I already walk all my life. I carried water so heavy, it made me back all crooked. My crewmaster always said, walk girl, walk. Now you say it too? Will I never be free? Will my feet ever know rest?
For heaven's sake, take the stupid horses too. Just get out of my sight, you pathetic fools.
I hurriedly tossed the coin pouch at his feet, and Leopold and I scrambled onto our horses before the bandits changed their minds. It was getting dark, and we needed a place to camp. So we rode through the woods and found this dingy little cave to spend the night. I was just settling in when Leopold sat down next to me.
That was quite the performance you put on back there. Where did you learn to talk like that?
I spend a lot of time in the palace with not much to do other than watch and listen to the servants. You'd be surprised at the kind of things they say when they think no one's paying attention.
So you spent your time following, eavesdropping on servants? Don't you have friends or ladies in waiting to keep you company?
You'd think so, but it's not that simple. Everyone wants to be around the princess, sure, but not actually to befriend her. They mostly want the attention that comes with royalty or some personal advantage. Believe me, it makes finding genuine friendships rather difficult.
I know how that feels, being surrounded by people, yet having no one you can truly talk to. When my older brother left, I shut myself off from everyone. I figured if I never let anyone in, I'd never be hurt again. But Tristan wouldn't leave me alone, no matter how distant or cold I acted.
Wait, you have a brother?
Had. He's no longer with us.
Oh, God, I'm so sorry, Leopold.
Yeah, it was tough on the family, but eventually we moved on, and it's all good now.
I'm so sorry. I had no idea.
God, are you crying? He's not dead, he's just not with us anymore. Like, he did something terrible and got kicked out of town.
You're a mean little pig, Leopold, and I got up to leave, but Leopold stopped me.
Don't go, please. I'm sorry.
I couldn't help giving in, and we spent the rest of the night talking about life, family, and all the things I never imagined Leopold would open up about. For the first time, I realized there was so much more to Leopold than that hard, sarcastic exterior he wore. I couldn't stop thinking about him all night, so much that the next morning, I was still half asleep and dreaming of Leopold's lopsided smile when he woke me up.
Evelyn, wake up.
Ugh, what in the world is so important that you have to sound like a broken trumpet in my ear?
It's Tristan's. I went off to gather fruit and saw this at the riverbank. He had to come through here. Maybe he's still close.
Or maybe he's been eaten by wild animals, and that was the only thing they couldn't chew. There must be thousands of wild animals in here. There's no way Tristan would have survived alone.
Must you always assume the worst? Also, you look oddly adorable with a bedhead. Not that I'm noticing. Can you just trust me on this one, please? Until we find definitive proof of Tristan's fate, let's not bury him just yet.
If you say so. But I got ready, and together we marched into the jungle. But minutes into the ride, I could tell this was a bad idea. This is ridiculous. We should head back and find another way. Let me take a crack at that map of yours.
This is the only way.
How do you know that?
Because I've spent my life fighting battles, crossing enemy territory, and exploring uncharted lands. I know how to read routes better because
Because you're a man, right? Say it.
Shh.
Don't you shush me. And then I heard it too. A low, guttural growl. Before we could even process what was happening, a bear walked out from behind a bush.
Stay still. If you don't move, it won't see us as a threat.
Is that some genius survival trick? Stay still and die? Because that might just work.
Could you just please keep...
Before he could finish, the bear let out a deafening roar, and my horse panicked and bolted through the jungle. Leopold raced after me, struggling to control his own horse. We made it out of the forest and reached a half-broken rope bridge hanging over a deep gorge.
Get down. We have to cross that on foot.
And abandon our horses? No way.
We don't have a choice.
But that bridge is barely hanging on for dear life.
And so will we if we don't move fast.
As we heard the bears roar behind us again, we jumped off our horses and let them run off for their safety, then ran onto the bridge. But just as I reached the center, my boot got stuck between two planks. I was sure I was going to die right there when Leopold pulled out a knife, sliced my boot open, and yanked me free. Then he picked me up and sprinted. Just as we reached the other side, the bear lurched onto the bridge. Leopold immediately cut the rope. The bridge snapped, and the bear fell into the gorge below. That was exhilarating.
What?
Is this what you call an adrenaline rush? You must feel like this when you're in battle, right? I love this feeling.
Are you serious right now? That bear could have eaten us up. We could have died.
But we didn't. I mean, I might have sprained an ankle and maybe a little bit of a concussion, but apart from that, I feel fantastic.
That's great. You know what I'm thinking? How could anyone be this attractive and stupid at the same time?
Excuse me, but how am I the stupid one? Wasn't it your brilliant idea to venture into this deadly forest? I was the one who told you that it's dangerous.
This was the only way out.
I don't know that because you didn't let me read the map, you manly man.
Oh my god. I think I'm going mad. I knew getting you with me on this quest would be challenging, but you have surpassed all my expectations. And on top of all this, I'm in love with you because of this stupid potion, and it's exhausting. I'm constantly worried about you, and it's slowing me down.
Oh, so I should just go back, right? Oh wait, I can't because you cut off the bridge.
I had to, or that bear would have eaten us.
Leopold and I were in each other's faces by now, and the tension in the air was undeniable. His eyes shifted to my lips, and for a split second, I thought he was going to kiss me. And worse, I didn't know if I would stop him. This was the kind of spark I was looking for with Tristan, only it was with Leopold, and it was terrifying. So I tore myself away and forced my focus back on the journey. The rest of the walk wore me down. Leopold gave me his shoes, but with no horses and a steep climb, I was beginning to give up. But then suddenly, I saw smoke curling into the sky. Leopold saw it too, and we both started walking in that direction. As we got closer, we saw a camp. Men sat around sharpening weapons and laughing. We hid behind the tents and slowly made our way in. We shouldn't be here.
We just need some food, so stay close and don't do anything stupid.
Just then, I accidentally stepped on a dog's tail, and it started barking like a maniac. All heads snapped in our direction, and within seconds, men surrounded us with their swords drawn. We kept telling them we were travelers looking for a shelter, but they didn't believe us. And minutes later, this tall man stepped out of one of the tents.
What's all that noise? Leopold, is that you?
Leopold froze, like he'd seen a ghost.
It is you! And look, you've brought a guest! How lovely!
What are you doing here, Jeffrey? You swore to never step foot in the kingdom or any of its territories.
No, that's no way to meet your brother. Come give me a hug.
Hello, brother?
Yes, this fine knight is my beloved brother. The same brother who once called me a petty thief. I taught you how to walk and talk, and it took you a second to disown me.
You stole from the crown, Jeffrey. It was treason.
So I took a few jewels from the royal treasury. Big deal. It's not like the king would have noticed a few missing rubies. And after our years of service to the royals, we don't deserve a share? But no, my brother just had to report my crime, like a loyal little dog. And what did that get you, Leopold? Another generation of our family serving the crown. Disgusting.
I wish we had time for small talk, but we have to go.
We turned to leave, but Jeffrey blocked our way.
Oh, you can leave, brother, but she stays. You're the princess, aren't you? I can tell by the way you curl your hair and that little crest you wear.
I swear, Jeff, if you lay a finger on her, I will rip your head off.
Oh, my brother's in love. How sweet. Don't worry, I won't hurt her. I just need her for a little ransom.
Ransom for what?
A celestial crest, of course. The most powerful artifact in the world. I'll sell it to the highest bidder, and I'll be rich enough to buy any land I want. No more wandering around like a nomad.
Hate to disappoint you, but the crest is lost.
Nice try, but I don't believe you.
Jeffrey grabbed my arm, but I bit him hard. Jeffrey lost his grip, and Leopold leapt on him. More men joined the fight, and Leopold fought fiercely, but he was outnumbered. I was beginning to lose hope when I saw Tristan walk in, with an army behind him.
About time, my friend.
Tristan smiled as he pulled out a sword and joined in. With him and his army by our side, it was only a matter of time before Jeffrey realized that he was losing and decided to retreat. But on his way out, he accidentally knocked Leopold over, who fell to the ground and hit his head. Leopold! Tristan and his army rushed after Jeffrey, but it was useless. He had already escaped. With no time to waste, we lifted Leopold onto a horse and left for the kingdom of Illyria, only a few miles away. And on our way, Tristan finally told me everything.
The morning I left, I received word from my secret advisors that a dangerous group was after the crest and were about to attack the kingdom. I didn't know who ordered the attack or why this group wanted the crest. All I knew was that I had to keep you and the kingdom safe. So I took it upon myself to move the crest to the High Temple of Illyria, where it would be safest. After I was sure the crest was safe, I decided to track that group and put an end to their games. I just didn't know I'd find you two or Leopold's brother there.
You should have told Leopold or my father. They could have helped you.
I needed Leopold to be around you in case I failed in my mission. And as for the king, there wasn't much time to explain, and I didn't want to take the risk of anyone finding out that the crest was being moved. So I did what I had to do.
And ended up looking like a traitor. You didn't have to injure that guard, you know.
The guard wouldn't let me leave, and I only struck him hard enough to knock him unconscious. Thank you for coming for me, and for not thinking that I was a traitor.
Of course, I knew you would never betray our trust.
I just hope your father sees it that way too. I sent word to him when I reached Illyria, but explanations only go so far. When we return, I'll tell him everything, and I pray he still lets me marry you.
Tristan Tristan's words hit me like a punch to my stomach. I had been so caught up in everything, I'd completely forgotten about the wedding. And even now, I didn't want to think about it. All I could focus on was how badly I wanted Leopold to be okay. When we reached the palace in Illyria, Leopold was taken to the soldiers' barracks for further treatment, while Tristan and I moved into the palace, where my father was already waiting with his guards, and Rosie. I thought he was going to yell at me, but instead, he pulled me into a hug.
Oh, thank God! You gave me quite the scare, Evelyn.
I'm sorry, Father. I'm completely fine, but I wasn't fine. I wanted to run to Leopold and stay by his side until he woke up, but instead, I forced myself to walk back to my chambers while my father and Tristan spoke, and I saw Rosie waiting for me there.
Princess! Thank goodness you're back safe and sound. I know it's late, but I couldn't wait to give you the news.
Rosie told me that while I was gone, she'd found the gypsy who'd sold her that love potion. And fortunately, he had an antidote. Oh, that's great. Where is it?
Right here. I was about to deliver it to Captain Leopold's room.
No, I'll deliver it personally.
Are you sure? You've been through so much.
I'm fine. Leopold's in this situation because of me. If only I'd been honest about my feelings for Tristan from the start, and strong enough to stand up to my father, I never would have needed that love potion. Tristan wouldn't have risked his life for the crest, and Leopold wouldn't have nearly lost his life trying to save me. Delivering the antidote is the least I can do to make things right. And with that, I left for Leopold's chambers. I knocked and entered the room, and found him resting on the bed.
Princess? What are you doing here so late?
I came to check on you, and to give you the antidote. Rosie found it. It's supposed to, counteract whatever strange effects the first potion had on you.
Well, that's certainly good news. Maybe now I can stop feeling like I've got butterflies the size of hawks in my stomach every time I look at you.
Right. That must have been awful. So, you're going to take it right now?
I was planning on it, unless you'd rather I wait.
No, I mean, yes, if you want to. It's your choice. I just wanted to see if you were okay first.
I'm fine. Now let's give this another shot.
And he gulped down the antidote in one go. That was fast.
What? Did you expect me to savor every drop? This stuff tastes horrible.
And are you okay? Do you feel anything?
Nothing. I'm fine, just exhausted. Now, please, it's late. I need to sleep, and you should get some rest.
And he just turned his back on me and slept, but I couldn't get any sleep. I just lay on my bed, tormented by the fact that, although I'd wanted Leopold to take the antidote, I hated the thought of him returning to his old, distant self. I was falling for him, and losing this new side of him would break my heart. For the first time, I realized how Tristan must have felt when I rejected his romantic advances. It wasn't fair. I'd made a colossal mess by dabbling in a love potion I didn't truly understand, hurting them both in different ways. Now I had to make it right, and I wanted to start with confessing my feelings to Leopold. Leopold, I know you don't feel anything for me, and you probably don't want me here, but there's something, and before I could finish, there was a knock on the door, and Leopold sprang from his bed.
That must be a servant. Hurry, hide under the bed.
What? Why?
Because you're in my room, and someone could assume there's something going on between us.
That's absurd.
Just do what I'm saying.
I crawled under the bed as Leopold answered the door. It was his friend Garrick from the King's Guard.
Oi, Leopold, how you doing, mate?
Hey, as good as new.
You sure? The royal wedding's less than a week away.
Yeah, so?
So, I just want to make sure you're not weeping like a wet poodle over the princess anymore.
That was just a phase. Let's go for a walk. I could use some air.
A phase? You've been in love with the princess ever since you first laid eyes on her a year ago.
Wait, what?
Shut up, Garrick. Christ, you can really blow things out of proportion.
That's rich coming from you. You threatened the stable boy and his entire family once because he didn't fix her harness properly and she could have fallen. You can't even walk past a lavender without getting emotional because her hair smells like lavender. I swear, mate, you'd marry a handkerchief if it smelled like lavender and had her initials on it.
Just get out, Garrick!
Leopold shoved him out of the room and slammed the door shut. As the room fell silent, I crawled out, my heart pounding. You've been in love with me since you met me?
Of course not. Okay, fine. I had a small crush on you, like, minuscule. No big deal.
Are you sure that's all it is? A small crush?
Are you disappointed? Would it feel good for your ego if I said I'm madly in love with you?
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm just confused because if you were always in love with me, why did you react to the potion the way you did?
I'd kept my feelings under control, locked away, but the potion just cracked everything open. It magnified what was already there. Anyway, it doesn't matter now. The antidote is in my system, so you can forget everything Garrick said.
I can't, because lately I have...
Do not finish that sentence. I beg of you. Tristan is my best friend, you are a princess, and I'm just the lowly guard captain. We both know how this story ends. Now, I'm going back home tomorrow. I need to recover and manage the kingdom in Tristan's absence.
I opened my mouth to speak, but no words came out, so I turned around and left. The next morning, as we were preparing to leave, I just felt empty. I couldn't leave without seeing Leopold one last time, so I decided to go find him, but before I could leave, Tristan walked into my room. He asked my maids to leave, and then sat me down.
You don't look too happy about going back to the palace.
No, I'm just tired. The adventure wore me down, I think.
Are you sure it's the adventure? Maybe something else is weighing you down, like being in love with Leopold and not admitting it?
What? Tristan?
Evelyn, I saw the way you reacted when he got injured, and how worried you have been since. Actually, I don't know how I could have been so blind all along. The two of you always had sparks flying. I think I also deserve someone who feels that strongly about me, right?
You do, more than anyone I know. You're a wonderful man, Tristan, and I know the girl you marry will be the luckiest girl in the world, because you'll love her with all your heart.
Well, I hope she loves me just as much. Now wipe those tears and stop him before he leaves.
I'm so sorry.
Don't be. You couldn't have picked a better guy, and I'm happy for you.
And what about my father?
Leave that to me.
Tristan smiled at me warmly, and together, we told my father the truth. As expected, he was furious, but Tristan reassured him that the alliance between our kingdoms would remain strong, and that he and I would always be friends, bound by something greater than duty, genuine trust, respect, and understanding. It took some time, but eventually, my father saw reason. Once the dust had settled, I knew there was one last thing to do. I found Leopold near the stables, preparing to leave. Excuse me, but where do you think you're going? Last I checked, we were traveling together.
Wait, what are you doing here?
Trying to make you understand that you're not getting rid of me in this lifetime, Tristan called off the wedding.
What? Why?
Because he's smarter than you, nobler than you, and unlike you, he actually understands that my heart belongs to someone else.
Please, be more specific.
Oh, come on now. What does a lady have to do to get a kiss around here? Do Do I need to get another love potion?
Don't even think about it.
Leopold pulled me into a kiss, and everything started to make sense. The arguments, the banter, the way my heart reacted to him, and in that moment I knew it was always him.
As I closed the diary, I couldn't help feeling warm and fuzzy thinking about Leopold and Evelyn. They risked everything for love, and here I was thinking prom and popularity were the most important things in the world. I wanted the kind of love they had, and maybe London wasn't the end of my story, but the beginning of a happy new adventure. Just then Mom called for me. I ran downstairs and found her in the kitchen with breakfast ready.
Are you still sulking? Because I made your favorite pancakes and got you this cool new bottle for your first day of school.
What's so cool about it?
It has a built-in harmonica, in case you want to convert your dramatic sighs into actual music.
Thanks, Mom. I like that. Also, I'm sorry I've been sulking so much. I was so stuck on my idea of the perfect life I had that I didn't stop to think that maybe change isn't the worst thing.
Wow, did an actual teenager just admit she was wrong? Should I write this down?
Don't push it.
I'm sorry too, sweetheart. I should have been easier on you with the move. Maybe you'll find your John here.
I hope so, although I pray he's better than him. To be honest, that guy always gave me the ick.
The what now?
The ick. And trust me, it's not something I made up just now. Turns out this phrase has been around for quite a while.